Hey everyone, good morning. Welcome back to the Beta TV studio for today's live episode of Beta Insider. I'm your host Noelle, and today my guest is Dilek Sezen, who is the designer and founder of the brand DEZEN. Now I have a couple of the pieces from DEZEN in front of me. Dilek is an internationally acclaimed designer. She is award-winning and so excited to talk to her, to have her on the program today to tell us about her brand DEZEN, her jewelry design, and also a little bit about circular fashion. If you haven't heard of that, we're going to get into that today with Dilek. So let's bring her onto the program now. She joins us live from San Francisco, so we are neighbors. Good morning, Dilek.
Hello, good morning.
Hi. So good to have you on the program. I'm so excited to talk about DEZEN and to talk about your sort of personal design journey. But before we get started, I just want to point out that I am wearing one of your designs. Absolutely gorgeous. Now this is the Grand Signature earrings that I'm wearing in the color Desert Mesa. So just want to let everybody know that they can head over to beta.com if you like what I'm wearing. Go ahead and check them out. But Dilek, like I said, so honored to have you on the program. And I would love to just know kind of a little bit about your personal story. So have you always considered yourself a designer even from the time that you were a child?
Yes, yes, that was easy for some reason, I think. Yeah, I always loved designing. I like carving things when I was little, literally
Mm-hmm.
like in elementary school. I used to carve candles, kind of like wherever they are softer. But then
Mm-hmm.
later on, I was lucky enough to get a art school in Istanbul, and I
Mm-hmm.
completed my degree over there, and then I that lead me to London. I studied a little bit more over there, jewelry design, and then I came to America
Mm-hmm.
and studied a little bit more here. So it's a long journey, but I think I was persistent in my art degree. So yes, I
Yes.
knew I was going to be a designer. Um, I was lucky in a way that I had really great teachers along the way.
Mm-hmm.
Um, One of my early experience in London was my teacher was a Cartier designer. He was working in Cartier in-house. And then in America, I actually trained by one of the last Van Cleef designer in Beverly Hills before he gets
Mm.
retired. So these
Wow.
two teachers really, really lead me way, like help me a lot to understand the design. It's really great to
Mm-hmm.
learn from best of the best. So, and here
And
I am.
how did you land on jewelry? I'm so curious to
Um,
know.
that's kind of like little bit, I think it's just little bit luck, little bit curious. I'm really
Uh-huh.
too, I have a curious personality, and I didn't try to become a jewelry designer, but one of my best friend in the art school, she was actually trying to become a jewelry designer, not me. So I was helping her on the side. She was making jewelry, and I kind of like, I like the structure of the jewelry because it's such a small piece and it's such a
Mm-hmm.
personal piece, and
Right.
actually it's very hard to make it manufacture it if it's really mass manufactured. It's very challenging. So that's how and I got a job offer along. It's a long story, but I got a job offer one of the big companies when I was in art school in the last year, and I just
Wow.
give it a try, and then that just lead to other things. I got an award from World Gold Council when I was in my first job, so that just you know I followed the lead and my path, I guess. But I think what interests me most on the jewelry, the form and the
Mm-hmm.
challenge it comes with it. It's such a tiny thing. It seems
Right.
very simple though, but it's not. So,
Right. Where does your creative inspiration come from?
um, many things like a form, a color, um, um, a topic, anything could be. I think inspiration is more like a combination of your experience as a designer or as a person, and then
Mm-hmm.
like bringing together this experience, whatever effect you are having through your life, and seeing, living the trends and what's happening. It's just a combination of everything. It's you bring them together and then mold them and then make some shapes or make some collections. I think
Hmm.
it's very expressive. So
Hmm.
I cannot say like I only inspired by the nature. I don't like limiting things. Although I really work with nature and flora and fauna a really, really long time in my career. But
Hmm.
I am actually trained as a contemporary artist, so I really like modern lines,
Right.
shapes, and clean look. So
Right. Yes. Yes. I love the jewelry, and it really is like you're saying, kind of a blend of the contemporary design, but with elements from nature. Where does kind of that love for nature come from?
um, I don't know. I love flowers like every other girl. So I think
Yeah.
it's just, I was just, I think I have a eye for the details. Like
Right.
I really, when I look something, I examine it. It's just a
Hmm.
habit or maybe training. So
Right.
probably nature is pretty complex when you look the shapes and when you
Right.
look even the leaf and a tree and a flower. When you really examine it, it's very, very complex and very pretty, and you kind of get lost in it in a way. So I really
Hmm.
like this, and it's ever changing. It never gets boring. It's always different.
Right.
So it's a continuous feeling, I guess. That's why I love nature a lot, particularly the flora, the flowers and leaves.
Right. Right.